the trap that you are in, and you may not even know about it. And you should understand that. See, anything begins with the realization of where you are. If you don't know where you are, there is no way that you can get out of this. And the trap, or the thing that you're doing right now, how those things, the people around you, the things that you're doing, the circumstances, the kind of business that you have, how everything is holding you back, it's very critical for you to understand that. And that's where the things actually begin from. Okay. So what I think is the trap that you are in is a question that you should be asking yourself, right? And a very simple question, in fact, is what's growth for you? Okay. What is your dream scenario? Whatever you want to achieve in your life, you ask this question to yourself, right? And it can be different things for different people. And it can be different things for different people at different ages. In your 20s, you may be wanting something else. In your 30s, you may be wanting something else. Or 40s, you may be wanting something else. I just turned 40, and I can tell you with experience that this changes completely. But there are some things that are absolutely there, right? They don't change. Everybody wants to have a freedom to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do, with whoever they want to do, right? We want to have this freedom to do things with our loved ones at our time, whenever I want, right? That's the basic definition of a dream scenario. And I'm sure this is something that you always want. And when you started the business, this is what you wanted, right? That's basically the thing. Like, you can spend time with your family, you can go wherever you want to, and you can have a comfortable life. You can have a nice car, a nice house, a good family, and you can have time to spend with them, right? That's what it is. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you resonate with, or you can tell me your own dream scenario, right? What is growth for you? You can tell me that. Also, by the way, I would like to know, where are you watching and listening to me from? Just let me know in the comments. There will be a question. You can tell me the city and the country that you're watching me from, right? So while you think about your dream scenario, or what is growth for you, and what was the dream that you started the business for, right? There are multiple ways to live your life. You could have chosen to be an employee, 5 days working, salary, no risk, nothing, right? Pensions and everything. There's no pension anyway. But you decided to be an entrepreneur, you decided to be a business person. I'm sure there is a reason behind that decision. And I can tell from my experience that when I decided to be an entrepreneur, it was only the freedom that I was looking for. I was 29 years old working for a company, and almost all of my bosses and senior people were fired. And I saw this person who's 43 years old at that point of time, had a loan on his home, had I think 5 years of a kid. He and his wife were working together very, very hard to pay the EMIs, and he was fired. He had about 15 lakh rupees of package. I'm talking about 2009-10. And when I saw this person fired at the age of 43 with so much of responsibility in EMIs, and when he was going door to door asking for jobs, that scared the shit out of me. I was just married. I had two very, very young kids, and I was trying to build a life, and I thought, my God, I don't want to have this life at the age of 43. When somebody sitting in some boardroom is taking a decision about my future. I don't want to be so vulnerable, and I want to take control of my life. I want to be in control of my future and destiny. And that's why I started the business. I just wanted to do things on my own, on my terms, when I wanted to do. And this is precisely what I'm doing nowadays. So you think about your dream scenario and what you wanted to do. And what happens in entrepreneurship and business, I realize that while we move at it, while we go at it, we kind of let go of our dream, or the core reason, the core purpose that we started the business for. I want you to polish that mirror of yours and look into that mirror once again and ask yourself a question. What is it that you always wanted? Why the hell are you even here? And that's something that I call the employment trap that you're in, right? You started a business to have a freedom, peace of mind, and live your dreams. And now what you end up doing is you're running month to month just to make sure that you are able to pay the salaries of your people, right? It feels like that you are working for your team, your employees, rather than they working for you. You tell them to do things and they come back, I don't know how to do it. And you end up teaching them, you end up training them. And sometimes there are very cunning kind of people also. You've taken one call with them for them in order to teach them. And they come back and say, oh, sir, you were so great. You were awesome. You're amazing. I'm going to put you in the next call also. And before you realize, in weeks or months' time, you are taking the calls on your salesperson's behalf without even thinking that it was his job and that's why the person is paid for. But you think that, okay, if I don't do this, if I don't train them, if I don't help them, they will leave because I'm a small company. They have opportunities with bigger companies. They're throwing more salary. If I don't give them that comfort, if I don't give them that family feeling or support, they will not work with me. I know there is a fear. I've gone through that fear. I still have that fear sometimes. And I really, really have to give myself a whack on the head and say, what the hell am I doing? This is not how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be having people, pay them, train them, treat them well, of course, but it's their job. They're supposed to do it. And if they do their job, then I can go and do the things that I'm supposed to do. Maybe work on funding, maybe work on branding, maybe spend time with my family, maybe take a vacation. So if you're worried at the moment that the moment you go out for a vacation, the business will stop or it will not go as you being in the system, it's a big trap that you are in. Okay. The another problem that I see with this particular situation, and you should tell me in the comments if this is something that is resonating with you, that if and this is especially applicable for service-oriented businesses, the initial customers come because of you, right? They know you, they trust you, and you worked hard. And when they come because of you, they want to talk to you only. You're the one who's supposed to deliver the services. Now, this is a scalability problem because if you are there at the center of everything, you cannot make 14 people out of you. Can you do that, right? This is impossible. So the more you grow, the more you put yourself into a situation wherein you are stressed out always. You don't have time for yourself, for your family. And the more business you bring in, the more problems that you have, more people, more management problems, more drama that they bring in. And that's a kind of operation challenge. And that's why most of these service-oriented businesses are not able to grow. And that's a trap. I've been there and I realized that, okay, this is not how it's supposed to go. And you know me, I got to change it. So the situation is that you are in, that you started a business to get a freedom, achieve your dreams, have a peace of mind. And at the moment, all of those freedom, peace of mind, and your dreams are locked in because of the thing that you have, this business, right? You can't sleep properly. And there's one thing that we are ignoring. I know, and tell me if this is true with you and if it resonates with you, that do you feel sometimes that your family is not supporting you? I've heard that many times in the self-employment range of people, or maybe some of the business owners also. You know what, Sam, our families don't understand our struggles and challenges. They demand our time and energy, and we are not able to do that, and they're not supporting us as much as they should. Now, let me tell you something, that they are with you because you promised them a life, or you're supposed to do that for them, right? And you choose to do things that you want to do. I mean, you could easily go and do a job, but you're not doing that. So you're living the life that you think is the right thing, and they supported you in that. But if you're stuck at this and you're not growing the business, or you're not making money or enough money for yourself, or you're not able to take time for yourself or to your family, should they not be worried about you? And when they say that, what are you doing? And this is not working. Why don't you quit and do something else? It's their concern. So you're being selfish and you're being not smart. And then you're putting it on the family also. And you're dragging your family into this. And this is not a very right situation to be in. Look, I'm sorry, but this is heavy, I understand. But I'm not a motivational speaker, and my job at the moment is not to make you feel good about yourself and everything. My job at the moment is like a doctor. I need to diagnose the problem with you that you have in your life and your business, and then one by one, rip that apart and then build the systems, the process, the business that can get you there where you want it to, right? So if this is hard, maybe take a glass of water, take a easy peasy. But think about this. This is important, right? I want to tell you, life is too short to suffer. And at the moment, if you're suffering in your business, and this is called suffering, right? If you can't sleep properly, if you can't have vacations with your family, if you can't have the car that you want to, if you can't have the house that you want to, if you can't take, if you have to look at the price tag or a price label of things before you buy them for yourself or your family, that is a suffering, my friend. That's exactly what suffering is all about. And whatever years that you've given to, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, if you've given that time to this, you've been suffering all those years. But trust me, you're smarter than this. You're way smarter than this, and life doesn't have to be like that. This is a mindset that our cultural problem has put us into. You have to work hard. You have to work hard. No, you don't have to work hard. You have to work smart, and you have to work hard at the things that matter the most. If you really want to work hard, then find out those things that deserve your hard work. And by the way, this is 21st century. There are digital tools available. There are automated systems available, and there are so much knowledge available out there. You can go out and pick up the best things and apply that in your life. And even if you think that, oh, well, this is okay, kind of, but what about your legacy then? What is the example that you are teaching to your kids? If they're looking at you struggling every day, not giving time to the family, not going on vacations, not having the money to buy the things that you really, really want to, the example, subconscious example that your kids are getting out of this, oh my God, this is bad. I don't want to do this. Well, you're trying to inspire them to the business, but they don't want to do it. They will not do it. And that's why a lot of SME business owners have this challenge now that their kids don't want to join their businesses. Because they've been seeing you struggling, not having money, not having enough time for the family and vacations or enjoyment. That tells them subconsciously this is a bad thing to do. And that's why they want to go and do some crazy fundraising startups, because the story that is being sold over there is that, okay, this is cool. Parties, fun, traveling, appreciation, everything. I know that is not right because I've been there. But it is you who's giving this example to your kids and your family, and you don't have to do that. You need to have a better life. You want to have a better life. You're smarter than this, and you need to leave a better legacy for your kids. If that is what you're looking for, and you must look for, what is the solution? The solution must be something that I call that you are. I was born poor. I'm not poor at all. For a very long time, I was banging my heads around walls and here and there, and I was frustrated. And when I look back, I don't want to be egoistic here. There were mistakes that I made. And I wish there were people who could just tell me that, don't do that thing, that's not going to work. A smart person is who doesn't have to or doesn't want to burn his or her fingers to know that fire is hot, right? You don't want to burn your finger. You don't have to burn your finger to know that fire is hot. You can ask somebody who's already burned their fingers. So be smart and take action. Thinking is your problem. Thinking is your biggest enemy. And nothing moves if you don't. So whether that action is to learn whatever you have, play a replay of this program or this session, go back, make a plan, and start working at your business on any part that you feel right. Or if that action is booking that consultation call with my team and get into a call with us and find out what is something that we can improve with your business, in your business. Or maybe that action is learning something more about different topics. Just take action.